welcome to Stripped Music Diary. I'm Shannon and I'm here in downtown St. Pete in front of the Greg Mike mural here. The mural is located on First Ave North next to the Benz. It's a bar here, so if you're looking for it, that's where it is. A little bit more of it there. I'll include a couple of pictures too. Greg Mike is an Atlanta-based muralist and artist, and he does like pop surrealism. So it's one of the coolest murals down here, I think, and I've been trying to get over here to film this video here at this location for a week, but it's always raining, so it was super hard. Then last night it wasn't raining, but it was dark after work, so I went to the park to film it, and there were too many people playing Pokemon, so I went to the rooftop of the parking garage and the security guard kicked me out. So third time's a charm here, or maybe even the fourth for this review, but I'm here to review the Basement record, Promise Everything. It came out in January of this year and it's new to me, so I want to share my thoughts about it with you guys, and wanted to talk extensively about this record, and I probably could talk extensively about this record, and here it is. But it's very, very, very hot out. It's like in the upper 90s, I think, or maybe like 95, and there are quite a few ants on the ground here, so I'll spare us both and keep the video semi-short. So we'll see how many ants I get bitten by, and that will determine the time of this video. So Basement is a band from Ipswich, England, and from what I understand, Ipswich, England is in the middle of nowhere, and it's very similar to Seattle. Maybe not Seattle now, but Seattle in the early 90s. It's kind of like an isolated place where all this like angry music came from. So that's just kind of where they came from. But I'm not always one to buy into the fact that, oh, a band is from X place or X location, so their sound is X. Like, man, you can be angry and be from, you know, San Juan, Puerto Rico. Like, you can be an angry band and do that. So that's not really something I subscribe to, but some people do. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, they are from Ipswich. It's the middle of nowhere, and there's not a lot of like post-rock, not a lot of emo type of stuff coming out of Ipswich, so still a little cool factor there. So Basement went on a hiatus right after releasing their album Color Me in Kindness, and I believe that was in 2012, and I kind of forgot about them. I kind of forgot they existed. I really liked Color Me in Kindness. It's a good record, but it didn't really strike like a chord in me where it as like, you know, oh, this is my favorite thing of all time. This band is so amazing. I didn't really think of anything further as far as, you know, when they broke up. I wasn't sad. Like, I mean, that's mean to say, but it's just how I felt. So here comes this record here in January of this year, and I didn't really pay attention I just didn't really pay attention that they had gotten back together and that they were putting out this record or anything like that. So how I obtained this, and as you could see when I held it up, it's a CD, and how I obtained that is we got some promos in at the record store that I work at, and this was one of them. Run for Cover Records. They are super nice people, and they sent us some CDs and some promo posters, and we you know, hung them up in the store, and we played the CDs in the store. And so I immediately saw the Basement record, and that was the first one I wanted to hear. So I put it on, and I was just blown away. And I'll probably say this again and again and again, but it's very rare for me to listen to a record and immediately love it. Like, a lot of stuff is more of like a slow burn, and I end up really loving it, but not at first. Like, I'll just be like, oh, this is alright, and I'll just keep putting it on. So like, I'll give this another listen. But not the case with this record. I immediately loved it. Not every single track, but enough of the tracks for me to just stop what I was doing and just pay attention. So I wrote out a few things here about each track that I wanted to kind of run down. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about why I like each song and just a little description. The album starts off with Brother's Keeper, and it has a line saying, "I'll count my hate" in it, and anything angsty really for me, or really strikes a chord in me. And so he's talking a little bit about Brother Cain and keep no one close or safe. The lyrics resonated with me a lot. When it's something like deep or dark or brooding, I tend to pay attention more. So that being said, that's the first semi-religious type of reference on this record, and if you know me at all, I don't like anything really with a lot of religious overtones, but there are a few things that I do really enjoy, and that being some Bright Eyes stuff, some Cursive stuff, there's some girls stuff that's talking about faith and religion. The next song, Hanging Around, it reminds me so much of like a Get Up Kids song, like especially at first, but then it kind of gets a little angrier and gets away from that. This is the first song that we're kind of hearing them talk a little bit about kind of just like a toxic relationship. That's what, in my opinion, a lot of this record seems to be about. And it includes the line, "Help me be away from you," because we've all been there. So track 3, Lose Your Grip. The rope from which I'm hanging, it's thinning, short and worn. This is the first track where the subdued vocals kind of take an angrier turn on the record. I saw in a couple other reviews people comparing this band, and namely this record, to Nirvana meeting Jimmy Eat World. I can agree with that, but I don't like to really compare a lot of bands to something else. Like, oh, immediately when a new album comes out, oh, it sounds like this. Like, why does something always have to sound like something? You know, it can just sound like Basement. So that's my 2 cents about that. But I do see where folks are coming from, saying it sounds very 90s, it sounds very Jimmy Eat World meets Nirvana, that sort of thing. I get that, but I'm not gonna go on record and say that. So, but anyway, that track is definitely where it takes an angrier turn. Track 4 is Aqua Sun. It was one of the singles that was released off this album, and the video is really cool. Check it out. It's pretty depressing, but I enjoyed it because that's just my nature. So it looks kind of like it looks a little bit 90s with looks like the Nashville filter on Instagram was used. But I mean, it's cool. I like it. And this song opens up very grungy, very like radio friendly rock, and so for a split second or two I didn't like it, and it opens like a Chevelle song to me, but it quickly veers away from that. So this is definitely one of the sadder songs on the record, and it's kind of like, to me, seems like somebody lamenting over someone else, like maybe we'll meet again someday. The lyrics are, dive into me, I'll meet you on the water there sometime, I'll swim halfway if you swim halfway, words help me believe, but this is killing me. So real upbeat, real happy song, but like I said, that's some of the best lyric writing to me, is when people can scratch the surface of what people talk about day to day and say how they really feel. Last year I decided that my favorite record of the year are Sleater Kinney's No Cities to Love and Beach Slang, The Things We Do to Find the People Who Feel Like Us. And this record is definitely going to be, if not my favorite, but my, one of my favorite records of the year. So I feel like it's taking its place on that throne, so to speak. So the track number 5, it's 10 songs on this record. It clocks in at like 28 minutes. It's pretty short. So track 5, obviously we're getting to be halfway through the record. Submission, this track has the best guitar riff and opener, and it showcases the concise lyrics on the record. What I mean by concise is there's a line that says, I made mistakes, you give, I take, I try for our sake, too little, too late. And then kind of like in a self-deprecating way, he says, I fell so easy. The next song is going to be Oversized. Oversized cools down a little bit from the last track, and it's kind of like a pop song in a way, where there's this line, I'm with you when I'm by myself. So we're still lamenting here, but we're not as angry, so that's good. Blinded By is another reference to the sun. These are thematic throughout the whole record. Aqua Sun, of course, and so this is an upbeat song, or it starts that way, but that's quickly ripped away when we hear the line, sleeping with screams until I'm old, push me to make me lose control, I'll show you how to stay down. So we're rounding out the record here with some solid angst for sure. For You the Moon, track 8. This is my favorite song on the record. I've listened to it more than, I don't know, probably more than 100 times now, but I've listened to this record probably more than 30 times in about a week and a half. So this song stands out to me a lot. I saw some reviews saying that a lot of people didn't like, well, not a lot, there aren't a lot of reviews out there, but I saw some reviews where some of the reviewers said they did not like the guitar parts in it, namely where there's some like distortion pedal realness happening about halfway through the song, but that's the best part. The guitars on this are so good. If you watch the live video, I'm gonna include some of the footage for this song and some of the live footage. It's just so like hard hitting. I really like the line, I'm not thinking clearly ever, skin was made for darker weather. There's a reference to faith again here. There's heavy guitar effects, and this song, it really seems like a page out of the book for the band Far. Far was a pretty obscure post-rock band, kind of reminiscent of the Deftones in a way. Sorry, I'm moving around a lot because there are ants. Ants are getting out of control here. So if you ever get a chance, or you know the band Far, listen to the band Far and then listen to this song, you'll see what I'm talking about. The title track to the record, track 9, Promise Everything, also very Far-esque. And this also includes the line, it's not just from a hoodie, guys, but it includes the line, when I'm high, when I'm low, I'm low. And Promise Everything Until Tomorrow Comes Again. And then there's a lot of fuzzy bass line here. And then another one of my favorite lines on the record, I love you but you try to kill me every time. Turn around and end as you begin, promise nothing. And so they're sticking to their guns here with this angst, and even when it is more subdued, we are feeling what they're feeling here. So this record ends with probably the saddest track, the softest track, Halo. Also kind of a faith thing going on here. So there's a lot of themes running through this record. I'm a big proprietor, I'm a big fan of lyrics that are kind of cryptic and that you can kind of interpret into your own life. So this record kind of came to me at the right time in my life, and it's pretty much my biography right now. So if that has something to do with why I love it so much, then that's okay with me. Also, one of the reviews I saw it was just like a brief little blurb about this record saying, I don't know why anyone would listen to this record past 1999. And that just kind of didn't sit well with me, because what's wrong with music from the 90s? Because like, it's making a really big comeback. So obviously this person would not agree with that, but in the record store I see kids wearing Nirvana shirts when they so clearly were born past the time of this music explosion that happened with grunge music, and they're wearing Smashing Pumpkins shirts, they're wearing Nirvana shirts, and that just says a lot to me, because like, we're living in a time right now where that might be kind of where people's heads are at. So don't be bashing angsty music. It's cathartic for people in times like these, or it's just kind of rude to say that no one should listen to this record past 1999. And this video is longer than I thought it would be. I probably have ant bites where no one should have ant bites, and it's all in the name of music. So if you get a chance, if you're interested, check it out. Basement, Promise Everything, out on Run for Cover Records. Subscribe to the channel. Don't get bitten by ants. Follow us on Instagram. Bye-bye.